One of the biggest mistakes I see in training today is the idea that you constantly need new exercises. People call it keeping the body guessing or shocking the muscle. But if you actually want to build a lean, capable and strong body, constantly changing exercises is one of the worst things you can do, because your body doesn't get stronger through novelty. It gets stronger through repetition. And once you understand this, your training becomes a lot simpler. So let's look at what's actually working for men like you and me. Think about learning a skill. If you want to learn playing a guitar, you're not trying to play a new song every single day, right? You play the same chords thousands of times. You practice. If you want to get better at throwing a punch, you don't learn a new punch every single day. You learn the same movement until it becomes really powerful. And the cool thing is, fitness works exactly the same way. Your nervous system and your muscle adapt through repeated exposure to the same movement pattern over and over again, not through constant variation. So let's look at what changed in the last 20 years of training before we look at what to actually do. If we look back at how people trained before the internet, the programs were incredibly simple. The golden era bodybuilders repeated the same movements for decades. Squats, bench press, dips, pull-ups, things like that. And athletes do the same. During my professional athletic career, our strength training looked actually pretty boring from the outside. The same basic lifts week after week, because our coaches understood something the internet forgot. Progression requires repetition. Any exercise is not just something we do to feel the muscle. We should look at every exercise like a skill. And as mentioned, like any skill, it's improving through practice. First time you do a new movement, your body is just figuring out what's going on. 10th time you do it, things are getting smoother. The 100th time, it becomes powerful and you can make real use of it. So if you constantly change your exercises, you keep resetting that learning process. And what can happen is that you stay at that beginner stage for every single movement. This is the reason why calisthenics works so well. It's because you don't have endless exercise variations to use. So people repeat the same fundamental movements like dips, push-ups, pull-ups. And over time, these movements simply get stronger, make you stronger and grow your muscle. Now, that doesn't mean variety is completely useless. A little variety can help to avoid overuse injuries. It can help to address small imbalances. But variety is not where the majority of your progress is coming from. Your main movements should stay consistent. So I would keep a movement at least for 4 weeks, better 8 to 12 or longer. If your goal is to become lean, strong and capable, you want a small set of exercises you repeat constantly and you progress. So here's how I would treat variations and how I programmed it for our foundation program. So write yourself a 4 to 8, 12-week program, pick a few key exercises, and these stay the same. You just progressively overload them in different kind of workouts to keep things fun. These movements are where progression happens. So we want to do more repetitions over time, want to have more time under tension over time, or decrease the rest between sets. And then around these key movements, I would just rotate some assistant work. As an example, doing a few exercises for your rear delts, your biceps, your traps, things like that. So basically things that help the body to stay healthy and stay in balance. So you get the benefits of repetition without running into overuse injuries. If your goal is to chase the most optimized training out there, then yes, you can endlessly tweak exercises and chase variation over time. But if your goal is simpler, basically to build a lean, capable, strong body for the next decades, then exercise variety is largely overrated. Choose a few good movements, repeat them, get brutally good at the basics, and let consistency do the work. If you want a simple training structure that is built around that whole idea, then the foundation program in the description is for you. Otherwise, keep your training simple, smart, and hard. That is what actually matters. I appreciate every single like and comments below the videos, guys. And if this video was helpful, I see you in the next one.